So hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and those who are new to this channel, kindly make sure that you subscribe to this channel for the latest tech updates and the tech knowledge. So remember, we have started the 7 days to the data science course in which I would be teaching Python to the absolute beginners and also to whom do fear to the coding. So tension not, I'm here to help you, and you can find the playlist of these series into my playlist section of my channel. You just have to go to the playlist section. So, without any delay, let's dive into our day 4 notebook where we are going to code our day 4. So, today is different from all the previous days. So, until now, we have learned how to use the tools, and today we will be learning how to think with the data. The data science is not about, just knowing the functions, okay? So, it is about asking the right question to the data using the small tools to answer them. So let's just start with the NumPy. So NumPy does not ask question one by one. It asks the question to all the values together. So let me make you imagine something, okay? So imagine you have a magic glass. Okay, so they show only numbers which are bigger than 20. So NumPy works like that only. So let's learn a concept which is known as Boolean masking. So for that, we will be first importing NumPy to our notebook as NP, and we will be creating an array which has various, random numbers starting from like 10. Let it be 20, 23. Let it be like 56 and 25. Okay, let's just take some random numbers. So what if I tell you that I want numbers which are only greater than 23? Okay, so what will you do? What would your first step? Like, think logically, don't just forget about programming and all. So you will be like simply writing the numbers, then the greater than sign, then 20 or the 23, whichever number I ask you. So we would be doing the similar thing here. Okay, based on your thinking, I would write just what you are thinking. Okay, I would not be writing any difficult code. I would be writing, okay, so I have stored number of elements in an variable known as ARR. So I would be writing, of course, ARR greater than 22 maybe. Okay, so it's giving me some results that false true. So what are these? So basically it is giving false at the place where the numbers are smaller than 22, and it's giving true at the places where the numbers are greater than 22. So this is basically acting as a kind of a filter. It is filtering out based on your condition. But what if I told you that I want the numbers which are greater than 22? So you don't need to do anything extra in this. You just need to, pass this inside an array so that the numbers which are greater than 22 are displayed instead of, just true and false. So for an array, what we do, as I have taught you, like we define an array inside a square bracket. So I will just simply insert the square bracket and write ARR outside this and just hit shift and enter. And I would be getting the numbers which are greater than 22. What if I typed here 23? So I would be getting numbers which are greater than 23, which are of course 25, 56 and 25, of course. Okay, we learned about filter. Now the NumPy shows only the numbers that matches the conditions. Okay, and interviewers love this concept to ask you. So this is how we remove the outliers, filter large data sets, and apply the conditions parts. Now let's just apply the same concept to our pandas data frame. So for calling pandas to our notebook, what we will do? Yes, we will be importing pandas as PD, and let's create a data frame. Okay, let the data frame name be df. And how do we create a data frame? Now just create a data frame with me. Okay, so you are not left behind, and don't watch this series or the videos as like a movie, just watching and watching. You will not be gaining anything. So just practice it with me. Okay, because this is a practical video in which I'm teaching you with the help of the codes, and you won't be knowing anything if you are not doing it by your hand. So we will be creating a data frame in which I'm taking three things. First is the name, then I would be taking, okay, I did a blunder here. Okay, first I'm taking the name. Okay, then the next thing which I'm taking is age, and the next thing which I'm taking is mark. Okay, I would be taking several things. Okay, so let's just uh, quickly write some random names for our, let it be A. The second name, let it be B. Let the third name be C, and let the fourth name be D. So I've defined like four students inside my data frame, and I will just hit comma. Then I would write the ages of these students as 21, 25, 35, and maybe 23. Okay, so now let's just write the marks of these students. I would be giving marks as 85, 55, 90, and 65. Okay, so I have created a data frame with the name df, and I have like three keys in this. Okay, I have not inserted comma here. So I have like three keys in this, which is the age, name, and marks. And we will be using this data frame in our whole video of the uh, day 4. Okay, we will be playing with this data frame basically. Okay, so let's start. Ask a real question to you guys. So, if I told you like I want the student data only of the students which have marks above 80. I don't want rest of the students. I only want the student data whose marks are above 80. So how will you? Remember, I have taught you this. You just have to apply this in your data frame. The difference is that now you have the student data. So working in that manner only, first we will access the marks, because we have to, you know, uh, take out the student data whose marks are above 80. So we would be accessing the marks column first. So marks is greater than 80. Now just pause the video, and if you can recap, like what will be the output we will be getting. Like think logically, don't like apply too much brains and all. Just think logically. Yes, we would be getting the output as true and false, because we have just applied the filter. We have not yet applied anything. We have not passed it inside the data frame. So we need to pass this thing inside our array or the data frame, you may say. So we will just insert a square bracket as I taught before, and write the data frame outside it, and just hit shift and enter, and see we have got the student data whose marks is above 80. So this was a simple one. Okay, so what if I told you that I'm giving you two conditions. Okay, I want the student data whose marks are above 80. Also, I want the age to be above, let's say, 20 2. Okay, so I want the student data. Uh, I want a student data whose marks are above 80, and also at the same time their ages are also above 23. So how will you do that? So we have access marks to student data whose marks are above 80. We can also access the student data whose age is above 23, right? How will I? I will just write age and then greater than 23, and then pass this whole thing into the data frame so that I get the student details, and just hit shift and enter. Okay, so see, I'm getting the student data whose ages are above 23. See how simple is that? Now just we have to combine these two tables. Okay, we have to just combine these two tables. So how will I? Simply, I will write both these commands. Okay, I will write df marks is greater than 80. Okay, I'll just paste it here to save the time. Then I will insert an AND operation, and we do not use and in programming. We use this AND symbol. Okay, remember that. Now we will be inserting parenthesis, and then I will be pasting my second condition, and I will be pasting it here. So now I'm only applying filters. So just pause the video again and think for yourself, like what kind of output would be getting. Would we be getting the output as true or false, or would we be getting the output as the student data, their name, age, marks? Like, would we be getting the output of as in the table, or would we be getting the output as like false? Like, think of yourself, give it a minute and try it by yourself. Yes, we would be getting output as true and false because we have just applied the filters. Now, what if I told you that no, I don't want any true and false. I wanted the student details. I want the student details of the students whose marks are above 80 and the age is also above 23. So I will just pass this whole data frame inside an array, write the data frame name outside it, and just hit shift and enter, and see magic. I got the student whose age is above 35, and also at the same time the marks are also above 80. So that there's the one a single student, that is C. So Python checks both the conditions together, and this is the real filtering logic. We often use this logic, filtering out the various conditions in our large data sets. We have a plenty of data sets. We want to look at the specific problem, then we use this concept. Okay, now let's study another concept just quickly. So next concept is sorting. So sorting is not just arranging the numbers. Sorting is finding the priority. Okay, what if I told you that okay, you have given me this, so this is my data frame. Let's see our data frame first. Okay, now I want you to arrange the students on the basis of the marks, and I want this in ascending order. Okay, let me explain if you can't understand it. So, I'm saying that I want my student B, whose age is 25 and marks is 55, to be at the above of the column, then 65, then 85, then 90. Can you understand? Like, I want the marks in the ascending order. I want the student details where the marks are in the ascending order. Okay, so how will I? It's very simple. Okay, so we would be writing the data frame name, that is the df dot sort and then underscore, then values. And what we are sorting? Yes, we are sorting for marks, so we would be writing by, then we will be writing marks, and in what order we want to sort? We want to sort in the ascending order, and we will be writing for that true. And one more catch is here that if you won't write ascending is equals to true now, it automatically sorts value in the ascending order only. But what if I told you that tell me the highest marks, tell me the student name who has obtained highest marks in the class? So how will you? You will just arrange this data into the descending order and tell me the top row. Okay, so you might be wondering, okay, that's very simple, we just have to insert descending instead of ascending. But guys, this is not true, you are wrong here. Okay, so we have to just write false here instead of true, so that the data is sorted into the descending order. We will write just false here and just hit shift enter, and see our student details are sorted in which the marks are arranged in the descending order. Okay, so this helps in decision making. You will not get the click of it now, but when you're doing EDA in our next videos, and you will be working on real data sets, this function is really helpful. Now let me teach you one another function, which is group by. This is also like majorly used if you have studied SQL. There's a group by in that also. Okay, those who don't know what the group by is, so let me tell you through a story. So imagine a teacher, okay, and she grouped the students by their age. Okay, now then she finds average marks. Okay, let me simplify it for you. It groups the students by age, and then we have to find the average marks. Okay, that's so simple. Like, it sounds so simple. So what we will do first, think first, we will look into our data frame. So how will I will just write df, and see I have accessed my data frame. So I have to meet these two conditions. So how will I? First, let us work step by step. Okay, first we will write like df dot group by, and I will write like age, because I have to group the students on the basis of the age, so I'm writing age here. Okay, now I have to calculate the average marks of the student, so I will write like marks. And what do you write for calculating? the average in the Python? If you watch my video closely, you might able to answer this question. Yes, we calculate the mean when we want to find the average of the marks. So in the statement we are saying that group the students on the basis of the age and then find the average marks of the student. So we will just hit shift and enter and see it has grouped the students basis on the basis of the age and I find the average marks of the student. This was so simple, right? So it grouped the rows, okay, then it calculated the averages and returned the result. So this is the real analysis that I wanted to teach you guys, okay? This was the real one that I wanted to teach you. Okay, so there's another function which is known as the lambda function. This is, and the students find really hard to understand it, like why don't we use this, why can't we use just if else and find the statement? Okay, so let me show you through a very easy example so that it is a cakewalk for you. So first thing first, let's look into our data. This is our data frame. So I want you guys, to stamp a pass on the name of the students who have scored above 80 and stamp review on the students who have scored below 80. Okay. So let me write this for you so that it doesn't create a confusion for you guys, that I want to stamp pass who have scored like marks above 80 and I want to stamp as review who have scored marks less than 80. Okay, so this is the problem statement for you guys. So in the normal layman language, like if you want, I want to teach you, like if you are not knowing what the lambda function of the Python, how would you do? You would create a function for that. For example, I would be creating for the function for that. I would be like showing you in the normal function way, then I will be showing you how can you do it with the lambda, okay, so that your understanding is clear. So I will be creating a function which is df check underscore marks, okay. Then I would be passing inside it marks, okay. Now I want a condition that if my marks are above 80, okay, I want you to return what? I want you to return pass, okay? And else, else if it doesn't happen like that, which means the marks are less than 80, I want you to return review, okay? Of this, now I will hit just shift and enter. Okay, now just check the marks whether this function is working correctly or not. So I will write like check marks, okay, and then marks, okay, then I will put like 80 inside it. So according to the function it should give me pass because 90 is greater than 80, right? So see, it's giving me pass. And what if I type 60 as 60 is less than 80, so it should technically give me review. Okay, so it's the function is working fine. And don't think that is very tedious task to do this. Like you have to write like 1 2 3 4 5 lines of code just to check the marks. What if I told you that you can do this stuff in just one line? So let me show you how. Let's take a variable name as result, in which I would be, storing the result of what I would be printing. So I will be inserting my lambda function here. So I will be writing lambda marks. Okay. Then this is the semicolon and I'm saying that pass. Okay. Pass if my marks are, greater than 80, else write it as review. Okay. This is so simple, okay? This is so simple. Now let's just run this, okay? Now let's test this lambda function, okay? Let's just quickly test this lambda function. So we will be calling this in the similar way. We would be writing like result and we would be writing 60 and just hit shift and enter and see it's giving me review. So can you see the difference between the two? Like in the normal function we are using approx 5 lines of code for checking. Now that you have learned the lambda function, let's apply it to our data frame, right? So first thing first, let's look into our data frame first. Write the df and hit shift and enter and you will be accessing the data frame. So this is how our data frame looks like right now. So now let's apply the lambda function to our data frame. For that, we will be creating a separate column with the name result. So I will be writing df then result. This will create a separate column beside marks in our data frame, and then I will write df then marks, because I have to access the marks column, because I have to compare using the marks. Like if my marks are above 80, I have to stamp the student as pass. So I will be accessing the marks column. Then I will write dot apply to apply the lambda function, and inside the bracket I will write my lambda function. So it will be like lambda x and then the semicolon. Like whatever you do, just store it in the x. So writing inside the lambda function is a bit different. First we write the pass, like the condition which we want to be true. Like we will be printing pass if x is greater than 80, and if it doesn't happen, then write review. So we will be writing else then review, and we will just hit shift and enter to see. Now if you want to see that what our data frame looks like right now, type df and see. There's one another column named as result, which has been stamped as pass and review for each student whose marks is above 80, and the student whose marks is below 80 is stamped as review. So this is how you can implement the lambda function into your data frame. Just create a separate column and create a lambda function. See how easy it was to understand the lambda function and implement it when you learn practically. So if you found this video helpful, just like this video and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to hype my video. In our day 5 video, that is our next day video, we will be learning about how to visualize these numbers, because seeing these numbers is a bit of a boring task. So we will be visualizing, the marks of the students and the data of the students in the form of the graph, because it is easier to understand, visualizations rather than to understand the numbers. So let's meet at day 5 with some, exciting topics, and believe me, day 5 gonna be really interesting for you guys. And yeah, remember to do it all this we have done in our day 4 by yourself. Like create a data frame, play with the data frame, create a lambda function, and pass some conditions in that. And if you're able to do this task by yourself, you are good to go. Then clap for yourself, you have successfully completed day 4. And those who have done this assignment, just comment day 4 below this video, so that I know that you are following me. Let's meet in day 5. Till then, bye bye.